All right. Matt Campbell, best coach in the FBS here. Big fan. He's back for his 9th season. And I called last year a success, by the way. He only went 7-6. But keep in mind, before the season started last year, Hunter Deckers got in trouble with some gambling and some fraud and missed the entire season. So right before the season started, Coach Campbell finds out that it doesn't have a quarterback, and they also lost a starter on the offensive line. So right before the season started, they were scrambling without a quarterback unexpectedly. Now, the good news is, turns out Rocco Becht is pretty freaking good. Yeah. Turned out to be the man. Big 12 freshman of the year. They had a freshman playing quarterback that wasn't supposed to start last year. So to win 7 games, that's a success. Now Rocco Becht's back, year under his belt. Sky's the limit, man. This kid can play. Let's see here in the bottom corner, 2,700 yards, 20 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Their RB1 is back. They also have a freshman running back that they like. So RB should only be better than last year. Top 4 wide receivers are back. All 5 starters on the offensive line are back. All 3 starters on the defensive line are back. They only lost 1 linebacker. They only lost 1. Now, I will say, yes, they lost 1 corner. That corner was the man.
Yeah,
it was
really
TJ
good.
Tampa.
Yeah.
He was a 4th-round pick. He's on the Ravens now. You'll probably know that name if you're an NFL fan. He's good, TJ Tampa. So they only lost 1 member of the secondary, but it was their best defensive player. But they only lost. I mean, this team, it's not just, they're pretty good in returning production. No, they're ranked first in the country in returning production. Iowa State brought back an army, and they were pretty good last year with a freshman quarterback. So I'm big on the clones, man. I like the clones.
Yeah, that was the number 1 story with this team. They returned pretty much everything, like you said, number 1 overall. Last year, I do give them credit for last year because they also, I think did they lose the Liberty Bowl? I think they won the Liberty Bowl.
No, they won.
Yeah, they beat Memphis in the Liberty Bowl. This is a team that throws the ball a lot. They were 39th in pass frequency last year, 95th in run frequency, and that's a team that found out that their quarterback wasn't going to be playing before the season started. So they trusted Rocco Becht pretty quickly, and he did a pretty good job. They do need to do better running the ball. With that being said, because in the Big 12, you do have to have some semblance of a run game here because a lot of teams have really good run games, but they're pretty young at that spot. But, I mean, I think they can be fine there. Like you said, they returned all their receivers, so I think that this team's going to throw the ball really well. So I really don't see any issues there. And defense, it's Matt Campbell. Matt Campbell's going to have a great defense no matter what. I do hate losing TJ Tampa, but he was going to the NFL no matter what. So, yeah, they didn't lose really anything other than him. So, I mean, it's tough to say. I think this team's better than last year. 8
8
wins.
Are.
Yeah.
Problem is their schedule isn't great. They don't really get a break in their schedule. Like there's almost every single game on the schedule is winnable, but they don't really get check this out. So obviously we'll put them a W for North Dakota.
Yeah.
At Iowa, I mean that's probably a loss, but they can beat Iowa, man.
Yeah, Iowa's going to be like a 10-7 game. Can they hit the field goal late? That's going to be that type of game.
So I think Iowa State could beat Iowa, especially because they lost last year.
Yeah,
right?
they lost last year.
Yeah, so I mean, I personally think that's a win. But when we're playing this game, can we count that as a win? I'm sure they're going to be underdogs in the game. It'll probably be minus 2.5.
Yeah,
3.
the total will be 25. It'll be crazy. Yeah.
So I like Iowa State. We'll say 1 win, but they could be 2-0. Home against Arkansas State will be tougher than you think, but they'll win. So it's 2-1.
This is their break here. The Houston Baylor back-to-back. Those should be very easy games for them.
Okay, so right after Baylor, you're thinking 4-1.
Yeah.
With a possible 5-0. At West Virginia, I think they could win, but that's tough.
Tough place to play. Yeah.
UCF at home should be a win.
Yeah, it should be a win.
6 wins.
Tech should be a win too. Tech's going to be. We're about to talk about Tech, but
no, I'm sorry. The Texas Tech would be the 6th win.
Yeah.
7 if you want to give them West Virginia, or 8 if you want to give them Iowa. After that, at Kansas is tough. I mean, they could win though. They could win that game.
That's a very winnable game. Cincinnati's a very winnable game. And
at Utah is the only one where I'm like they might be a little fucked.
Yeah, Kansas State will be at home is a good one for them. But
Utah's got to be over.
Yeah, over. And Matt Campbell team. So
Iowa State bringing back everyone. One of the best coaches in college football. Let's go Clones. Arizona State is up next. Let's get the poll running. Arizona State over. What is it? What are they at? 4.5? Arizona State under 4.5. What, they're at 5.5?